Assalamualaikum everyone, this is day 2 in Tokyo. Today we're doing the rounds of checking out how much EV infrastructure is in Tokyo, Japan, but also checking out these cool things which are mechanical parking. We'll look at a couple, maybe get a demonstration as well, but it's a neat way of parking your car and it's quite unique to Japan. So now we're going to get a demonstration of one that's underground just here, so we're just going in.
And then it's a safety button, and then number, and it starts to move.
Amazing. Is that your car then?
Oh no, so they're not finance entry. You don't start to and then someone comes empty.
This is where our car would be.
No, we are stopping. Our bay is 12, number 12, so you'll find number 12. It's coming up now. Yeah. So this is not ours, I think it's the one below this.
Oh, this is like one of those tile games.
Yeah,
So you have to move the blank spot around.
that's right.
Okay.
Oh wow, so clever.
So that's
Yeah, I think I was like,
Number 12. So it's the battle house.
ah, okay. So at this point you get in and drive out?
That's right. Or I park my car inside.
Oh, you park
And
behind
then
it.
come out and then close right here.
right, this is just the best.
Not gonna lie guys, this is so cool. Like, it's the perfect solution to like parking lots of cars in this small tight area. There are also various styles to this, like this is the tower one which extends all the way upwards as you can see and has 2 columns. So the way this works is that you put your key in, you put your code in, and then your parking space just comes out. Each space has its particular route, so if you were to put cabling in there, it doesn't get tangled up. But yeah, it's so interesting. We'll try and see if we can catch one of the outdoor ones, because I think that'll be very impressive as well. Unfortunately, I got told off for trying to film an outdoor one, so we went around looking for more and actually came across this one, which is another style, more of a turnstile one, as you can see, with lots of cars coming until your one appears. And one thing is they've been here for 30 years, so it's not even like new innovation. So it's lunchtime. My colleagues are being very nice, looking to find me a place where I can actually eat, without alcohol or any meat. They've just gone in here to check if there's anything I can eat. As you know, there's a lot of dishes that contain mirin or alcohol here. But yeah, maybe hopefully find something to eat. Should I come in or?
Yeah, please come in.
Are you okay with grilled
Oh.
fish?
Oh, that's how you order.
Yeah, just kind of order for you.
Oh, you've ordered for me?
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's
Basically, there are 3 options.
Restaurants like this are actually quite common, with a machine at the front where you order, you choose what you want to eat, and you pay, and then you get a little ticket coming out. You give that to the chef and they prepare your food. That way no one from the kitchen is actually handling dirty money. I also like how close you are to where the food is being made, so you can actually see it. And there's also sitting for single people who are coming, for example, on their lunch break. Unfortunately for me, there wasn't much I could eat that didn't have alcohol or pork, so you can see it was a pretty simple lunch, but no worries, we fixed that in the evening. More on that later. I'm not gonna lie, looking at spreadsheets at 5 p.m. in the evening, after 26 hours of journeying and then straight on to meetings is brutal, man. It's not all bad though, because the next day our host turned up in this. He went all out to give us a complete tour of Tokyo in an electric car, just to see how it feels like owning an EV in the city. And we went around and saw the various types of charging available for everyone. So here you've got a typical luxury high-end condo, lots of greenery, bike space. It's just this building here. And then once you come out, it's outside parking with lots of SUVs. And actually, some of this parking have charging. As you can see, charging. Yeah. Our driver then showed off some autopilot driving on our way to the Shell office. Okay, alhamdulillah, I am in the Shell office right now. Quick prayer break. This time I didn't even have to ask for prayer space, just because my colleague knew that I need to pray at this time each day. He's the one that went out and asked to find me a prayer space. So alhamdulillah, to get to that stage, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to be very transparent, and from the day you join a company, just you got to explain to them things that you need to do as a Muslim, and the more transparent and open you are, the better for you in the long run, and how comfortable you can be expressing your faith. So alhamdulillah, I'm very fortunate, alhamdulillah. But yeah, and in fact, it's mutually beneficial for your employer, because as Muslims, we need to perform at our best no matter what we do. And working in our jobs is part of that. We need to perform our best there too. And so if you explain to your employer that praying and meditation, even for other people of other faith, supports you performing at your best, then they will understand. You can't also feel shy about people watching you pray. For example, here, of course, many people must have walked past and, saw me. But at the end of the day, 99% of the time, really, people just don't take too much notice. Take that for someone that's had to pray literally in the craziest of places over the years. Maybe I'll make a video on that one day, inshallah. So what do we know about electrification in Japan so far? Well, we know that people are getting around in cars. We know that the government is pushing for EVs, well, across the world, but also in Japan. But there is only about 2% electrification so far in Japan. And the most affluent areas are obviously urban areas. They're the ones that can afford the EVs, but they're also the ones that don't have space. What we do also know that is 60% of new builds needs to include parking. So the biggest opportunity is those mechanical parking that you just seen, and also other types of parking that can have chargers to enable this electrification. The other good thing that's just come out is Mitsubishi and Nissan have jointly just announced a smaller EV that's more affordable now, because so far it's just been Tesla's just been available to more wealthy people. But yeah, interesting learning so far. I'm doing something a little bit so spontaneous. Time to go there. It closes in literally 40 minutes.